Or you feel like some people are thinking that you're a creeper because you're looking at their tattoo, but you're not looking at them. You're like...
And then you finally break the ice and just say, can I just see your tattoos, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes.
I can't tell them the story right now. They have to watch the episode. What time at the end? Tell you the story later. Continue. So, you feel like a creeper?
Hi guys, welcome back to the IQ Project. We're here with another episode with my co-host, Ricky Tat.
Yo.
We got Romeo Shades. And we got James.
Ink by James. Yeah, there we go.
Man, I feel like full send today. All four podcasters, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
4 interviewees.
And I'm Josh. You already know. Our sponsor today is Iconic Tattoo Studio. For your tattoo needs, please follow us on Instagram, iconic_tattoo studio. And for the podcast, IQ Project Podcast on TikTok and Instagram.
But we haven't loaded up on TikTok, so just on Instagram right now. We've been lagging it.
We're waiting on that one. we're waiting for our Carlos to
give us the clips.
Yeah.
Don't even go there.
Yeah. All right, Ricky, go ahead and start us off.
What are we talking about today, yo?
Start us off, Ricky.
Today's topic is, what do we think of when we see other people's tattoos out in the street? I thought we were just talking about what kind of topics we could bring up, and it just happened to be a good topic because it happens all the time. I'm always looking out for great tattoos, people with their tattoos, why they have the tattoos they have. It's a good topic to have.
You start stalking people around?
Yeah, I follow them through the aisles, fool.
Yeah.
I have. And then I'm like this, you know, kind of a lot.
I feel like that's kind of weird because you don't have tattoos and then you go.
And I think that's the weird part of it. And that's the whole like drama of it. Because I gotta be like, because if I go up to them and be like, excuse me, can I see your tattoo? They're gonna look at me like, okay, he might want to get his first tattoo. But I don't walk up to him like, hey, I'm a tattoo artist. Believe it or not, can I see your tattoo?
So how do you go on about it?
You follow them for 3 rows on the
no, if
center.
we're like at times
make eye contact.
Like if we're getting coffee at a gas station or something, you know, I'll just look at him. If he gives me the eye, like
follow him back
like
home.
It's okay. Yeah, followed him. I have. I know where he lives. If you know he looks welcoming, if he seems like he's busy, he or she seems like they're busy and they don't want nothing to do with it, I just won't bother him. You know, I'll just kind of glance at the tattoo. Mm. Oh, I got a good story. How bad? We got that mall story. I got a good story. But we'll save that for later so they can continue watching this podcast.
I go on about it like sometimes I see it from a distance, and then so I already know that I'm about to ask him.
Do you ever feel like, because I felt like this sometimes, you feel like just a creeper because you're like, or you feel like some people are thinking that you're a creeper because you're looking at their tattoo but you're not looking at them. You're like,
and then you finally break the ice and just say, can I just see your tattoos, bro?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I can't tell them the story right now. They have to watch the episode. What time at the end? Tell you the story later. Continue. So, you feel like a creeper? You feel like they think you're a creeper?
Yeah, like if you're like in a public spot, like and you're just looking at someone, but you're not like thinking about it. Like for me, I'll be thinking, I'm like, damn, that's a dope tattoo. Or I'll just be looking at the tattoo and all this and that.
And to them, it's like, this guy keeps fucking staring at me.
He just keeps staring at me. Don't
Do
you feel like that?
No. I can care less what they're thinking, but I think it's because they forget they have the tattoos. Because they're out, let's say they're at Buffalo Wild Wings and they're at the bar and they're chilling, drinking. They're not like, oh, everybody's checking out my tattoo. They're just doing their thing, right? And then we're over there, we're tattoo artists, and we're looking at their tattoos from afar. And it's like, damn, why is it? Obviously, it grabs your attention for a reason, right? So I don't know. I just look at everyone's tattoo.
I think sometimes it's awkward when like you can tell they bang and stuff.
Yeah.
And they have some names and shit or wherever their hood was from, and then you're looking and they're like, all right, this fool like trying to see where I'm from.
Yeah.
You know, that's when it's kind of weird. That's when I don't really do it. But
yeah, you can't really do that in LA.
Yeah, I'm always just straight up and I just like tell them, and I'm sure by then they're like, that's probably why he was looking.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, you have to tell them if you just fucking looking the whole time.
But I mean, I think as tattoo artists, it's natural. It comes natural for us to be more observant.
It's a natural habit.
Yeah, to see, because We're curious where they got it. Sometimes how much they paid for it, and why they get it. Why did they get that single needle Chicano tattoo? Why they get that small color piece and the rest is black and gray? You kind of ask yourself all those questions, right? You're asking yourself as you're seeing it.
We're just a weird breed.
We're just weird like that. But I think we should, because
it's like when we go out to dinner or lunch and we're talking about people's skin. We're just talking about this. Remember? It's kind of weird. I mean, to us, it's normal.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, that person's skin was like nice and smooth, Yeah. Or that skin was rough. You could tell he went in the sun a lot.
It's like we do a little dance here when the client has like a little baby soft milky skin. We're just like, it's gonna be a good day. And then when they come with that leathery not dark, but because some light people have leathery skin.
So this topic right now, or this how we're talking right now, is what Josh is saying. Now imagine someone behind us.
Yeah.
They're like, why is this guy talking about that
Yeah,
person's skin?
fucking
was so
serial
leathery?
killer.
Yeah.
I'd be like, stop fucking being nosy, fuckers.
Is he wearing them or? It puts the lotion on the skin or else it gets the hose again. You know where that's from, right?
No, sorry.
James, what do you think about when you go up to people with tattoos?
I like that. What do you think, James? Yeah, you're the new guy here. We want to know your opinion, bro.
I don't know. I feel like it's doesn't happen often.
No.
Because like in LA, I don't know. I haven't seen too many pieces that stand out, I guess. Or people give me like the weird eye when I'm asking about it. And they realize like I'm an artist because I look a little like young, I guess. Because I've had people come to me about my tattoos or either like give me a weird look because LA is not too like, I think, used to the vibe of a tattoo.
Not too much approaching.
Yeah, there's not too much approaching. And then, I mean, I'll get people that like joke around with me and be like, oh, it's a pretty big piece for a pretty small leg, and I'll talk to them and be like, oh, yeah, because I'm an artist and everything like that. But I don't know, people my age too, I guess like my demographic they're not that tatted yet. No. Everybody's like in college, so doesn't have that much money to.
Not that. It's also like, I guess on your age, a lot of people are getting those small tattoos and just like little
patchwork.
Little patchwork.
Yeah.
That's become a big thing.
Yeah, I've seen quite a few of them, but they're all just like
stand out to the point where it's like, hey, can I see your tattoos?
I mean, I've seen a couple of people I've known that have some pretty cool ones, but what I've noticed is there's this one guy I've actually like finished his sleeve. He had a couple of tattoos on his arm that I thought were super interesting, but he got them all out of state. They were all from like out of state artists from Texas or like from Philly, and I thought that was pretty interesting. He was a Marine. And he was being sanctioned out at different places and stuff like that. And
you went up to him?
No, I knew him from school, and he was just like kind of going around doing his thing after. But
has there ever been an instance where like you go up to somebody and just like, can I see your arm, bro? That kind of looks like
not quite yet.
No,
not quite yet. In LA, it's a lot of like you said, it's a lot of banging tattoos. Like it's not that approachable. You get me? And
but you lived in the Empire already for quite a couple months, more than 2 months, right?
Yeah, I would say so. I just think this area is more interested in like the artwork of it, while LA, I mean, of course they like tattoos, but it's a different kind of tattoo.
Explain.
It's a lot more street culture orientated.
Gangster?
In a way, I would say, yeah. I mean, it's like
banging
cholos.
Yeah, it's a lot of the people like that I've tattooed before, and it's kind of the people that are into getting tattoos.
All right, you guys have tattoos. I have no tattoos, so nobody's staring at me for that. They're probably staring for my good looks, but.
Damn,
So let's get your guys' opinion. All right, how do you guys feel when somebody walks up to you? You're at the gas station. You're thinking about like, fuck, I need to get home because I do this, or I gotta go with my girl, or whatever. And somebody just walks up to you and be like, dude, can I see your tattoo? How do you guys feel?
Back the fuck up.
Just kidding. No,
all right, Cholo.
I think the only time I've had people come up to me if it's like at a party, like a small little party, family gathering or something. But as far as in public, no.
No? You haven't gotten any in public?
Yeah, I haven't gotten any in public. I've gotten more like when we're like go out in groups or we're out to dinner or something like that. We're already close to each other.
Yeah, but you can tell when people are looking.
Yeah.
Like you just see them like stare real quick.
Oh, yeah?
Are you flexing while they're looking?
So most people are not, so it's just a few amount of people, like the artists, I guess, that do that, right?
Well, I mean, they'd be looking, but most of the time they won't approach.
Other artists.
Why do you think they don't approach?
People because I approached to Oh,
People feel intimidated, I feel like.
yeah. I approached and it turned out he was an artist too. What's his name? I think it's JC or something from. Where's Gabe work?
Tiger Eye?
He's from Tiger Eye. I met him at a bar, and I was noticing this head tattoo, and I was like, dude, that's just fucking dope. So I went up to him and talked to him, and then I was drinking with him right there, and then he told me he was an artist, and he was just telling me everywhere, like who tattooed it and all that. You know what I mean?
But like, has somebody ever gone up to you, obviously like at a bar or something that's not a tattoo artist?
No.
No? Oh. I guess maybe that goes down to like intimidation, right? Some people, maybe they do want to know. They have the curiosity, excuse me. But the intimidation of like, take away the whole thing about the tattoo. Just meeting somebody new for the first time, you don't know how to do that. You don't want to be perceived as a creep. You don't want to perceive, or you don't even know how to break the ice. A lot of people don't know how to break the ice.
You can tell people are looking though.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Okay, so you guys can tell that. You guys feel the vibe.
Yeah.
People. Well, remember that client from New York? He found me because he asked someone about their tattoo. He was at some food market in Corona, and he was visiting from New York, and he just asked him, man, that's dope. Like, who did that? And that guy gave him the name Josh and Fontana. So he just Googled it. It turned out it was a different Josh, and he came to me. But
So it wasn't for your tattoo then? It wasn't for your tattoo.
it wasn't for my tattoo.
I like how you just gravied up that story.
I know. I'm like, wait a minute. So that defeats the whole purpose. You
You
got lucky on SEO, bro. It's search.
No, because he found that guy, but then
Right.
my name popped out as well.
And then he saw your work.
He saw both of our work, and he liked mine better.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
But that guy at the bar didn't have a tattoo you've done, right?
No,
Okay.
but still, he went up to that person.
I get
to
it.
ask him.
And then he mistyped, found you, and you're like, oh, fuck it. I can go with this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the guy we interviewed, huh? He was a little nervous. Yeah, right? We interviewed him up there.
No, that was South Carolina.
Oh. Yeah, so. Huh? ¿Qué pasó? Oh, Joe Shade? Oh, Joe Shade is
Don't wear it out. Don't wear
it's
it out.
worldwide. we got a country song coming out for him soon. I mean, is it? You got the lyrics in already? And everything?
Is it country or hip hop?
It's country.
It's country pop.
Country pop.
Joe Shade, don't wear it out.
So, have you ever went up to anybody?
I go up to him all the time. That's the thing.
How do you approach them? What do you?
I mean, I don't go up to him and be like, bro, can I see your tattoo? No, I mean, it's casual things. Even if it goes back down to getting to know people. And the more people you know, the more people you meet, the more you're confident about telling your story, right? So if I see, like I had a situation where we went with my wife and the kids, we went to Victoria Gardens, which is Victoria Gardens, guys, if you don't know, it's a nice fancy place to walk, and there's a lot of stores here in Rancho Cucamonga.
It's where all the rich people drive their Lamborghinis and Ferraris.
Yeah, we walked it in chanclas. And what store were we on, babe?
Victoria's Secret.
No, it was 20 for the kids. What was that store we went to that I was talking to that artist?
21 flavors, some shit like that. The ice cream store?
No, it was a
I don't know, bro.
it was a store, like a hip store where they have like shorts, Tilly's. We're in Tilly's.
Oh, the skate shop.
Hold on. Let me finish that one. No, but I mean, I saw this one cat, and he looked like from just judging him, it looked like he was from the military. You know? He was a cop? I forgot. He was something, an officer, right? Because he looked like he was fit, and he had his tattoo. He had a lot of high contrast dark. And
You know, that's another thing I could tell as well when I see people out in public and I notice where the tattoo placement ends and everything. I know they're either in law enforcement or in the military.
I couldn't tell. So we were there, and I saw him just, seeing his wife and kids choose clothes. And I just glanced, and I think he could tell that I was looking at his work. So I didn't want to feel like a creep, like you guys say. And I said, hey, man, do you mind if I check out your tattoo? We're already in close vicinity of each other, And he's
So you're
like,
not
yeah,
yelling
sure.
from across.
No, we were like, I didn't walk up to him and be like, dude, I saw your tattoo. No, I waited till like it was if he was gonna get close to me, I would have talked to him. So he did, and I said, can I see your tattoo, man? It looks pretty cool from afar. It's like, sure. My assumption is, if you got a tattoo on you on here, where it's visible, you want people to see it, right? or don't you? I mean, isn't that kind of like the gist of it? And so I went up to him and I'm like, oh man, it was dope. And it was really done well. I forgot the name of the artist. And then I was like, oh, this is cool. And then I started telling him like little subtleties. I'm like, oh man. And he had just gotten something like 3 weeks prior. I'm like, oh, you recently got that too, huh? He goes, oh yeah, how'd you know? I'm like, oh, because I'm a tattoo artist. And then he goes, oh yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I know how I don't have any tattoos, right? But I do them. And he goes, oh, where do you work out of? And I told him Fontana. So we just started talking, and then he checks out my work. He checks out the shop work, and we're just having a conversation. And then he liked it, and he's like, all right, cool, man. I'm still working on this one sleeve with this artist. But once I'm done, you guys are local, I might check you guys out, you know. So that's how it starts for me, you know what I'm saying? I try to just meet people on a casual way. I don't go in there and be creeper status, you know what I'm saying?
You got tattoos? Come here.
So how are you gonna do that series then?
Huh?
How are you gonna do that series?
That's the name of the game. I don't know. So I want to start a series called, I don't even want to talk about it because I don't know if I'm going to do it.
No, talk about it.
Tattoos in the wild. Tattoos in the wild.
Put it in the universe. Yeah, put it in the
Manifest
universe.
it. Oh, yeah.
We're going to go follow people around the mall.
I'm not going to follow people. I'm just going to be like, dude, can I buy you coffee?
He's going to be hiding like, as a bush.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I want to, and I feel it's going to be a good series because, this is a good topic. We're wondering why people get tattoos. And I feel like if I am able to highlight somebody's certain tattoos he got and get their backstory from it, you know, we can learn that sometimes we judge people, you know, and it's not the case. There's probably a good reason why that person got a fucking 8-ball or a knife, you know.
Do you guys judge people when you guys see tattoos?
I feel like I don't because I understand that there's so many different.
I judge the artist more.
You judge the artist?
Damn, you're savage.
No, but I mean, judge or critique, right? Because you're not judging like this is crap.
No, like judging.
Well,
the person,
I mean,
like,
you gotta be honest. It's judging.
Well,
Like
as
masters
artists,
judge.
As artists, I don't feel like we should be judging. Like, oh man, where did he get that? You know, because we get a lot of situations here that are almost the same. The person wants the rose, but the rose means a lot of different things for each.
I find myself that way, thinking like, why did he get that? Like, I wonder what's the meaning behind it. So I don't really like say, oh, what the fuck? It's a knife. You know,
right?
Why?
Like,
As if, even if it just fucking looks badass and he liked it, like, all right, that's fucking dope.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, do you guys remember one that you're like, what the fuck did he get it for? Yeah, you want to talk about it?
I don't know.
Don't be scared.
Do you remember one?
yeah. Sometimes it's a lot of them. Sometimes when I see the web, when I see the web on the, I always wonder like, I wonder if they're really about that, about that life, shit like that.
You want to let our viewers know what the web represents?
It's a hipster fucking community.
Now it's like I feel like now it's just a good place to fill it in that spot, but
It lost its meaning totally.
yeah, for
What was it
the
before?
original meaning
About
was
sitting in jail.
I think it was getting when you're trapped up in like that life.
Yeah.
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 Well, I started in jail, basically. So
It was more of like a movement.
saying that you've been in jail.
So I've always thought like, damn. So I guess that can be judging somebody, right? Like,
Do you ever, okay, so now do you ever, since we kind of have that history and we know what tattoos used to mean before than now, do you ever look at a tattoo and like, you're like someone comes in and they want that tattoo and you're like, fuck, are you sure? Or do you just do it? Like,
yeah.
I was wait. Give him some water. He's choking.
I've done that.
yeah.
Yeah, I had a homie that wanted it, and I told him, like, by the way, like, this is just, I know that's not what you want it to mean, but this is what people might think it means, and this is the history behind this tattoo.
Because they might not know. You
You have
educated
to.
them.
Yeah.
There's this guy where he had like the pentagram, remember? But it had a totally different meaning.
Yeah, and I fucking sat down with him. I was like, are you sure?
Yeah.
Like,
Did
people
you
are going to
do
look
it?
at you different. Yeah.
It came out dope. That shit
You
was
did a
tight.
pentagram?
Yeah. But it's upside up.
Con Dios, to give you some fucking
No,
agua bendita.
he explained to me, right?
Right, he had
upside,
a good-
upside down, the pentagram means bad, evil, and all that. Upside up, it means totally different thing. You know what I mean?
And then he added like a devil ass snake right after that. And it was like,
Shit's
all right, bro.
dope.
At this point, you're just trying to.
Totally say it. No, but I stopped someone from doing it. I stopped. I don't know who it was. It was last year, but they wanted their their kid's handprint in black, right? But if you don't know, the handprint is stand for Mexican mafia.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, la mano. So I was like,
A solid handprint.
solid handprint stands for Mexican mafia.
So you let them know.
I let them know. They changed the idea. They're like, all right, let's not do that.
Smart.
Yeah.
Damn, Joe Shea. Points to Joe Shea. All right, guys. So, okay, it feels weird, right? We established that. What goes through your mind about the quality of it? Let's talk about that. You mentioned a little bit. You said you judge their quality.
Well, if you got to, I don't know. It's a learning process.
It's in your own right. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? In your own mind, you're probably like, this is crap. This is good. This is impressive.
I just think it's like a learning process for everyone. So I'm just looking around, like for not any negatives, but what the artist really like nailed or what they got right, like what makes it their style. And then that other stuff maybe trickles in if it is that kind of tattoo, but half the time it isn't. Like people have most of the time some pretty solid stuff,
Yeah. What I look at is like how that artist they chose was able to compose all those images so that I can learn something from them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, because that's what we do all day long on Instagram.
Their thinking process.
Yeah. Yeah. Just kind of like, oh, okay, I didn't know that you could do this, or I never thought of doing this wave here.
One thing I've asked is like, did you guys plan this out, or did you guys just go for like fucking? We went to go get this, and you went back and you wanted to get this after, and was the artist skilled enough to be able to merge those two together without having a seam in there where you can see it's two separate tattoos,
What I look at is usually what I'm having trouble with now. So if it's like a small tattoo and there's like hella saturation, and I look at it, I'm like, damn, this artist, like, I know how hard that is for me. So he nailed that.
So you're appreciating the actual
right.
end result of full saturation.
Or even line work, everything, basically.
What about when you see a bad tattoo?
And then a bad tattoo to me is like, I always think, I was telling you guys earlier, when I was at work today, security guard, he had lions right here, or wolves. And I was just thinking like, dang, like how much do you charge for it? And also, I feel like in the future, I can probably do that better. And then I go based off of that. But I don't ever say anything. I just kind of look at it and I'm like, all right, bro.
But this is all going in the back of your mind, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you guys think about how much they paid?
Yeah.
Because do you guys ask them?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I have.
I asked them if I know I'm not going to tell them I'm an artist. That way they think that I'm thinking.
Yeah, because then if you tell them after, then be like, oh, well, he's going to charge me this or more.
Or yeah. Or
Like you're trying to sell them?
then they're going to start overthinking like, oh man, he's probably like judging my tattoo or something, Whereas like the other way around, it's like, oh, he probably wants a tat.
Maybe that answers my question. But why do you think people don't want to talk about the price sometimes? Or you maybe why?
Maybe they're self-conscious about their own tattoo and they know it's not the best.
Or why do we don't want to ask sometimes? You know what I'm saying? Like why is that money? I always trip out on how the money issue is always a taboo. Like fuck,
it's because it's the way people were growing up. I mean, some people grew up as saying like you don't share how much money you have.
Yeah.
So I mean, a lot of
Do
people
you guys
outgrew
still
that.
believe like that? Going off topic a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's how I was raised.
You were raised like that. You don't talk about money.
No.
Yeah, me either. I just think in LA too, like everyone that did have some pretty killer work, when I would ask about it, they'd always tell me that they knew someone family wise or like
That
just
they got
was
a
connected
discount.
to someone that was like did tattoos,
So you think it's maybe out of respect because let's say I gave you a deal, I'm gonna give you this badass tattoo. I'm gonna give it to you a deal, but you don't go and tell everybody that.
Well, yeah, I don't tell anybody. Like as a tattoo artist, my tattoos, like I don't tell anyone how much I got them for or how much because
feel
I
like
mean,
I give them
how
the
much
artist price.
How much you got for the one down here, bro? How much you pay?
$3.99.
I tell them what the artist charges. Like when they ask me for yours, I'll tell them, I think he charges like 2,000. around there.
5,000 a day, dog.
2,000, maybe 2,500. I don't know. Either
They
around
ask
there.
you that? They ask how much?
Yeah.
Okay.
They've asked me, and I tell them like, I don't tell them how I got it for,
Right.
But I tell them what the general bulk price is for that person.
I
you
also
know?
think now it's like, maybe it's kind of like a flex.
Well, it is.
Because
It's like having jewelry.
Right.
What did you say the other day? It's the male BBL.
The male
Let's talk
BBL.
about that. Because I've seen it, but I never really put the.
No, you witnessed it, bro. You gave a man BBL.
That's what I'm saying.
And what happened?
What happened? You tell him.
This
You can tell the
dude
story.
ended up just
Fucking going hoeing out.
started pulling, bro, and ended up being single.
Tattoos change how they perceive themselves. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I it's a good question. I mean, it's a good topic. Why my assumption is, again, I don't have any tattoos. So my assumption is somebody that spends over $2,000, $3,000, whatever, or even $1,000. You know what I'm saying? And these times, if you're paying $1,000 for a tattoo or more, that's a luxury. You have some, you have some extra money,
right? People are like, damn, this guy has money to spend.
Yeah. So, do you want to hide it? No, you want to see it. It's a little flex. It's a status symbol, right? Especially if it's a good quality tattoo.
Well, to some people, it's a status symbol. Like, cause I don't walk around like, yeah, my shit, man, this is right here.
No, to you, it's more of an artistic appreciation.
Right.
But
so
to
each his own.
But to the majority of people that are not artists,
It's like a chain.
yeah, it's like I've mentioned it many times. It's a permanent jewelry piece. It's a collection. That's what we call them, collectors. You're collecting, you know?
So what you're saying is people that are getting those cheaper tattoos, it's like having fake gold chains.
No, I'm saying like there's different there's small gold, there's big chains. It all depends what you want to rock. You know what I'm saying? To me, I used to rock a gold chain, but now I just don't. You know what I'm saying? So that goes, but the things with tattoos is they're permanent. You can't just switch them out. I mean, you kind of can now, but technically no, right? Mm-hmm. So everybody has a different perception.
But then
I go
again,
with people that have small
it
tattoos, and
goes
I'm like,
back
that's a
to-
clean tattoo.
It goes back to your judgment, though. Like other people, like I said, right now, patchwork is getting really big.
Mm-hmm.
So to other people in that same generation, and I like that kind of word, they're like, that's a fucking dope ass tattoo. But they don't like my tattoos.
Right.
Because it's too big.
It's too big. Yeah, it's too much.
Bro, somebody that can be killer on patchwork can make fucking a lot of money right now.
For the next 5 years.
Well, pump
That's
and dump
usually a
it.
lot.
Pump and dump it is what I've heard before.
Yeah, they could.
Hey, you got to take advantage of it. Like, I made so much money in tramp stamps back when I was starting out because that was the thing. I made money on infinity symbols, butterflies, flames for a
Still make
while.
money on butterflies.
When was the last time I did a butterfly?
Last week.
No, I didn't. You're lying. Fact check, please, because this guy's a liar.
I do remember seeing you do butterfly.
Last week?
No, not last
Oh,
week.
I was going to say.
It was
yeah.
last month, though.
I did a butterfly
Color, I think.
in color.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you paid me the full day. But I'm not gonna, but me personally, I won't do a butterfly walk in right now because I have bigger pieces, right? But I feel like that's why
It's too good for that now.
well, it's not that I'm too good.
They ran out.
So let me tell you a funny one that happened to me where a situation where I look at a tattoo and it went way worse, right? We go to the market to buy, for the week, and Shirley's pregnant at the time, right, babe? With Ricky, and we're in the meat area, and then there's a girl there with her girlfriend or wife. They're lesbian, and I didn't even notice the other girl. I didn't really notice. I just saw that one of them was fairly light skinned and she had a tattoo. It was really nice, really dope piece. Kept staring at it, and in my mind, I'm just like, man, I want to see a little closer. Should I go over there? Should I not? I know I didn't even think of going close to her. Or nothing.
You got that creeper status.
Yeah. And then as I'm watching it, I get sidetracked by the girl. She's like the girlfriend or the whatever, the other partner. She saw, yo, dog, you checking out my girl or what? You got your own over there. And I was like, what the hell? What is he? First of all, I was like, what is she talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Because I wasn't even in that aspect. Finally, it hit me a couple seconds later, like, oh shit, she thinks I'm checking her girl out. And I'm like, excuse me? He goes, yeah, man, you keep staring at my girl. Like, what's up? And this is a girl trying to tell me this, right? And I'm like,
What's Shirley doing?
You were close, weren't you?
Yeah, but I didn't really pay attention.
She didn't really catch the whole conversation, but like, I got off guard, right? Because I'm looking for the tattoo. I'm admiring the tattoo. This girl comes and thinks I'm checking out her girl. And that, trust me, I was not checking out that girl because, But anyways, I'm like, oh, you know what? No disrespect. I was trying to see the tattoo. I'm a tattoo artist. And she's like, well, whatever, dog, whatever. Like, she came at to me all hard. So that was just a little weird. You know what I'm saying?
And then you get to your car and the window's broken.
Well, the window was broken, but how did she know, though? That's the thing. Oh, so
You
let
had
me finish the
you had
story.
the tattoo in the bag.
No, I didn't. I didn't have it at the time.
Yeah.
No. So I get out of the market and we see that the window's cracked. So Shirley thinks that it happened. Did you think it was that or no?
I think it was them.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have a tattoo. I didn't have one. A logo on
Maybe
there. I
you guys,
didn't have
maybe
it.
you guys got there at the same time and they saw. They
Maybe
remembered.
I surely doubt it. I had no idea who they were. I just saw the tattoo, so that's where it went bad for me. You know what I'm saying? That was creeper status according to her.
So maybe it is wise to go up to people and be like, "Hey, can I see your tattoo?"
Well,
Or no, I
instead
mean-
of just looking.
No, regardless, you would have got pressed by her girl.
I don't know. It depends, man.
I felt like the girl was just kind of. Let's analyze that though. Why did that girl have to be like aggressive towards it? It's because she feels that everybody's judging them, probably.
Well, some
Or
tattoos
you're
aren't for
looking at his
everybody
girl-
to
or her
see.
girl.
I mean, yeah, or I was looking at her girl, but with the wrong intentions, right? With the the right intentions. Like I was appreciating the art.
But she don't know that.
Yeah, true. But is she gonna be telling everybody that?
Maybe she
You know?
does. You never know.
So I don't know. So sometimes beware. You know what I'm saying? So,
Could be a double meaning thing.
Yeah.
A lot of people have those tattoos like where they are repping something, and if you are staring a little bit like one wrong person for them could be it.
yeah. I mean, if you're at a bar and you're checking out some girls' tattoos, obviously you gotta be self-aware that it might be perceived as you're checking out that girl. Because then you're gonna be like, no, I was checking out the tattoo. So
They're like, right.
yeah, like, right. You know?
Yeah.
So it's but at the market, you know what I mean? Like I'm fucking picking oranges and shit. So yeah.
Were you like this, like picking up the oranges like this, and you're just like this?
No, I was holding the cart. I was actually like I remember kind of clearly now. I had my elbows on the handles of the cart because I'm just just pushing the cart, and I'm just like casually looking over, and it looked really badass. So I just stared at it, So
Could have just had a bad day too.
could have.
Well, yeah, that goes. Yeah, it goes back to us staring at tattoos and how we should go on about it, or you know.
I mean, I was wearing a shirt one day and someone got mad at me for it. Some stranger, like people just have triggers. I don't know.
Wait,
It
what?
could be like
You're wearing a what shirt?
I was wearing like Tupac.
Oh,
And
okay.
I had some dude like open the door for me, and I was like, oh, before I even got to say anything, he was like, fuck shit about Tupac, and I was like, and he like slammed the door right in front of me and walked away.
like, well,
it was
I
like
had-
one of the weirdest interactions I ever
Well, I'll
had.
have you know, he was born in 1970.
Yeah, like just dead ass. I was just like,
Well, matter of fact,
Did you know?
but he was heated when he came out.
hey, watch you have just started like busting out some of his lyrics word for word. It'd be like, all right, respect, man, respect.
My bad, bro.
Or a punch to the face?
Nah, that's what it seemed like.
Yeah.
Where were you going?
Dude, I was at Movida. He seemed like amped up from a workout, probably. I don't know, but he just like, he wasn't having it.
How old was he?
Creatine.
Huh?
How old was he?
I don't know. He probably seemed like 30 or 40.
Okay, that's probably why. He's probably one of those dudes where like, man, all these young kids are just wearing these shirts just because it
They don't
looks
even
cool.
He's like, I'm gonna yell at this fucking kid today.
Like someone over here wearing Purple Rain.
Hey, man. Seen this movie like 5 times, okay? And I went to Lake Minnetonka. Thank you, Carlos. Thank you. He knows.
Like, all right, what are we talking about next?
Bro.
All right.
When's the last time you got in a fight?
When was the last time you got in a fight?
Not too long ago.
Not too long ago. When's the last time? It's been a while.
What was it over?
Huh?
What was it over? Like, what'd you fight about?
I don't remember, to be honest. It's been a while.
Mine was over a parking spot on my birthday.
What?
Yeah, in Ontario Mills.
How'd that go?
On your birthday?
Yeah.
Did they like cut in or shit or what?
Yeah, I didn't tell you guys this?
No.
This was 2 years ago. It was during COVID. COVID Christmas.
Is that when you came with that black guy?
No, that was something else. Yeah, I was over a parking spot. I was waiting for a while, and Christmas is hectic.
Yeah. That's right. It's on your birthday, huh?
Right. I was waiting, and then car pulled out, and then he came in and swooped it,
Yeah.
And I
Zero
just pulled up
fucks.
behind him, and I just told him like, "Hey man, you mind moving?" Because I was waiting for a while, and then he's like, "Nah, bro." And I'm like, at this time he's already out, and I'm like, "Come on, fool, don't be a dick." He's like, "What you say to me?" I'm like, "You heard me." And then boom, he's like, "Get the fuck out the car then." And I got out, and he was with this lady, tall white boy, tatted, maybe like I don't know, 5'11".
Oh, shit. Big dude.
And we just square up. we exchange a jab, and he pulls out a fucking knife like this big. Yeah, and then he's like, "Now what? What's up? What's up? Now what?"
What a bitch.
Yeah, and then we I just go into my car, and this fool runs up on me and cracks me in the fucking jaw. Yeah, bro.
Cheap shotted you?
Yeah, I was already sitting, and I was like, "No, you're a bitch. Like, you don't want to square up," and then just bink, and
So you're sitting in your car. He comes in through the window. And
no, because my door's open,
oh, gotcha.
and he just boom, and then he's like, I'm not scared to go to fucking prison again. Like, I'll really shank you right now. Yeah. No.
Damn, over a parking
Yeah, bro.
Bro,
Hey,
That was the last time.
Christmas is serious for them.
they should have popped the tires.
I should have.
Do 3 of them so the insurance doesn't cover it.
I was just heated because I didn't get a fair fight. you know?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you were ready to go square up with this
Yeah.
big ass dude.
I think that's what sucks when you can't have like a fair fight with somebody. They have a gun or something.
Yeah.
That shit sucks.
I mean, yeah, it is what it is.
Did his tattoos intimidate you?
It is kind of
Did you
intimidating,
happen to
bro.
Did
It
you
is
happen to
kinda-
see his tattoos? hold on, dude. Who's your artist? Shit,
Did you get those in prison, bro?
the way I've talked about it. You want to be on my podcast?
No, you know what? That's interesting though. That is intimidating. When you see a
What?
dude all blasted, you're like, all right, bro. You know, to me at least, when I see a dude blasted,
No,
I'm
it
like,
is.
Yeah.
It is.
It's weird. It was that at first, but like I was working with someone that had just tatted from like head to toe, just dome, face, everywhere down.
God bless the
And
homies.
yeah, he just was nothing like I ever thought he would be.
Oh,
was
like he's just like all cool, like genuine.
He's probably like one of the coolest people I know. Yeah, like he's super laid back, chill. But like when the time was ready, I mean, he was ready. I guess you know you could put it that way. But like he always was like, "There's no need for that." He was just like, you know, living life. It was very. I don't know. I judged a book by its cover for sure when I met him.
Have it happened to you? You know, many times I go up to some and I say, "Can I see your tattoos?" Has it happened to you where you see a guy and he has badass work and you just like, he doesn't seem like the type who would get that?
Yeah.
You know?
That guy I was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Once I really got to know him, I was like, I don't know, man. You know,
I saw a guy in Victoria Gardens that same day. I remember now that he was saying like that. The dude was from neck to wrist, full, badass color. I got intimidated a little because, well, not really intimidated. I didn't make the effort to cross the street. You know what I'm saying? But you could see.
You walked the other way around.
No, because we were walking towards that place, right, Tilly's, and I just saw him, and he just didn't look like the person that would get full sleeve. He looked like an engineer type, nerdy kind of, but he had badass work. And I wanted to cross the street, but that was one of those where like you want to do it, but you're like, no, just didn't feel the vibe there. That would look weird for me to go across the street and
Hey, bro,
hey, bro, can I see? You know, the other situation what I just described in Tilly's, we were kind of close to each other, so it felt like it was a natural
Yeah,
conversation.
easy to just be like, "What's up, man?"
Yeah,
Hey, what's up?
but had I seen that guy at Tilly's, oh man, I'd be like, dude, here's $50. Tell me where your store. You know, tell me your tattoos.
Do you feel like when people see people with like full sleeves, they actually pay attention to the work, or they just see like, oh, it's just tattooed?
I think it's just tattooed until they get close to you and see it.
How about this question? How do you perceive somebody that just has, you know, like I just described, a guy's fully covered and it's all good work? What's your perception right away from him?
Motherfucker has a good job.
Was getting paid, huh? What do you think when you see somebody with? Or
I think they have to be creative too. I feel like they just can't be someone and have good work, like regardless of the money too. Like money doesn't buy good taste.
True. What about you?
Damn. Yeah, I don't think anything negative.
No,
When
me
I see
either.
them.
On the contrary, I think all positive. I'm like, first of all, this guy's dedicated. He's invested time. He's dedicated, and he also appreciates good work.
Tattoos, yeah.
You know, and I want to tattoo him now because they bring that kind of like level and they're a showcase to the tattoo, regardless how they look. You know what I'm saying?
That dude Jordan reminds me of that.
Jordan
Fino, whatever.
Jordan Fino.
I mean, he's like a little white boy. Never like the way he talks and everything. You never think he would have tattoos or like big
And he's
tattoos.
had tattoos from everybody, huh?
Yeah, he's a big collector. You know he is, right? He's dope. He has that big ass fucking cross right here with the Jesus on it. Skinny white dude.
He started like a movement too, no? But I kind of stopped or something. I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't been
No,
following.
he's one of those collectors that's on Instagram. Yeah, show him real quick. But yeah, I don't think anything negative. I'm like, damn, respect. Like the dudes, especially if they look really nice and they pop. Like with the high contrast and they're fair skinned, and it just has that just like it just fits that person, you know.
I remember my first week here, I was intimidated by Tony a little bit.
So that's
Yeah,
him.
Yeah.
big
That's
toe
him.
looks.
T-bone.
So that's how he looks, right? That's
I've never
the
seen
one with the white dude, right? You see? Okay, now you'll see his tattoos.
The flat earther.
He's flat Earth.
No, Tony.
Oh, Tony,
Yeah.
Tony Tone.
It's because I saw the
Flat
IE
Earth
on
Tony.
his shit, and he has that mean mug.
Yeah,
But he was like the first dude to just be like, "What's up, man?" Like, you know,
yeah.
try to make combo. All right, this guy's cool.
So smooth.
Oh shit.
That's his tattoos.
Yeah. See, if you see somebody walking around like that with just like a tank top or like you just kind of you want to meet him. You want to, as an artist, right? You want to see what's his thinking.
Well, they have an understanding of the process if they're able to sit for that long. So it's
Exactly.
easier to work with them instead of someone that just like,
Yeah, if you would tattoo that person, he wouldn't move. He would be knowledgeable of everything. He'd be like, "Yeah, man, take your time."
I seen him at the convention, and this dude had an IV connected to his arm while he's getting tattooed for 3 days back to back.
Oh shit.
And he's just there watching a movie, just chilling. I think it was his third day, right? You remember?
Was that with
You remember?
with Dave Vega? Or
Yeah.
did he get
Well, he got
tattooed?
tattooed by David Vega, but that day he was getting tattooed by what's his name? Fucking the dude from Chicago. JPJ.
Oh,
Yeah.
what happened to that guy, JPJ?
Well, he's still just working at his shop.
Does he post and stuff?
I
haven't seen
I haven't
anything
seen
of him.
anything. Yeah, that is badass though.
Social media burnout.
After he did that fucking badass dinosaur in the back, I haven't seen anything. from him. So that dude, JPJ, his real name, well, his name is
Jose Perez.
Jose Perez Jr. He took a whole year of tattooing, but he said, "I'm not gonna stencil anything. I'm gonna just draw everything out."
Whoa.
So
Like
he-
draw it like
with
like
the
on
marker.
paper first,
no, with the marker,
or he's gonna
freehand.
freehand on your body.
Just freehand. Just fucking start with the marker on your body, and then fucking from there went at it for a whole year. And then after that, I haven't seen anything from him.
What?
Yeah.
So we skipped a little bit about the if you ask them how much they paid. Let me ask you guys a question, right? Because we all have a little bit of experience now charging people. When if you ask them, you see a tattoo and you don't think it's that best of a tattoo, and then they ask. Sometimes they'll even tell you by themselves, you know, I paid $300 for this. I paid $600, whatever the case. How do you guys feel about when you guys hear the number? Does that help you towards gauging how much you charge at times? Is that a gauge, a metric, or do you guys just pass that? Like, oh, it is what
well,
it is.
yeah, I feel like it's important to know like whether or not that's like one of the first things you're gonna notice if you're gonna actually tattoo that person or not. If you're within that person's budget, you know, because it's one thing to like hook someone up or something like that, but it's another just to devalue what you're gonna do and like put more work into a tattoo than what it's worth for.
So let's say you come across a Carlos Torres piece, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what it is, obviously. You don't know that it's a Carlos Torres piece. You just see it.
I mean, I've seen one in person.
Well, because you studied them, yeah. But or let's just say another person, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you see the work, and you ask them, "That's cool, man. How much do you charge for that? They charge you for that piece?" And they just say like $1,000. And let's say you're over that on a full day. How do you feel about that? Like, do you think like, oh man, like this is good quality work, or I should raise my rate, or you know what
I
I'm
felt
saying?
like that about
Like, does your price change depending on what you see? Is what I'm saying.
I felt like that with Owen Paul when I found out how much he charges.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, damn, that's it. I was like, that's like,
Your perception was that he charges more, right?
yeah. I thought he fucking would charge like 3,000, but he told me he charges only, I think, he was charging like 15.
1,500. That kind of like blew your mind.
Yeah, his work is fucking badass. You know what I mean?
You think it's? I don't know. I don't speak for that guy, you know, but maybe that's just where he feels comfortable. That's just where he feels comfortable at charging. I mean, like I said, we don't know, right?
Like
But-
I'm not, and then the another thing is I wasn't sure if that's what he charges all the time or that's what he just charges for that piece.
Oh, got it.
So, but even for that piece, fucking, I thought he would charge like 3,000.
I guess my question is, do you guys go into asking people those questions so that you can kind of gauge better your pricing?
Yeah.
You do that?
Or even like how I mentioned earlier, how I think in the future I'll be able to kill that piece a lot better than what
you
he
saw.
got, what I
Got it.
saw, and I can go based off that price.
So how do you
For
feel
more.
about like you see a badass tattoo and they're charging less than you?
Yeah, would that shock you? It's happened to me many times.
No.
I've seen one that is like super saturated, super dope. And then within the conversation, it's less than what I charge. But I mean, does that make me feel like, fuck, I should lower my prices? No.
Well, I'm
You know
sure
what
the
I'm
artists thought they should. They take a step back and they're like, "Damn, I should have charged more."
Maybe, or maybe
Sometimes.
that sometimes artists don't know how to charge. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Or maybe they're comfortable at that rate. Just because I charge more than him doesn't mean I'm better than him. The money's not the thing.
I think they take into consideration how booked up they are too, or if they've tattooed them before.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good point too, because there's clients that I have from 3 years ago that are not paying the rate that I'm charging now. And let's say I have a new client that he's charging the premium rate that I'm asking for, and then my client from 2 years ago comes in for another piece, and he hears our discussion about, yeah, man, I want another piece from you, and I'll say like, hey, how much was I charging you at that time? Because my prices went up, and if he tells me it's less, then that's where I have to make the decision. And imagine this guy hearing like, fuck, it's like half that, but they don't understand the context that I appreciate people that help me go at that lower rate. They trusted me, so I keep them at those rates for the most part, So it's all in context, right?
I still charge people fucking 600 when I charged them 4 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, you have to, and that's everybody's approach. You know what I'm saying? You can raise. There's artists that say, if I raise my prices, everybody pays my prices. There's some people that say, I keep those clients that back me up when I first started, and I'll keep them at that rate only because they trusted me. It's all your own perspective and your own approach, and we're not gonna be like, oh shit.
Dang, in the future I'm about to be giving out full day sessions for $100.
Okay,
Nah. You tripping, dog.
I still have a minimum for them. Like, I'm not gonna charge someone fucking $200 where I charged them back like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I knew someone that was doing like full day sessions for 400. I thought that was insane.
No, I see it all the time with some of the artists that I follow.
So
Yeah.
so how do you determine the people that you tattoo when you first started?
So it's different. So have I been interacting with them, or they just hit me up from 10 years ago and all of a sudden they remember that I tattoo and they need one? They're not getting that fucking $60 tattoo,
Yeah.
I tell them, hey, this is my rate now. But if they were consistently back getting tattoos, bringing me clients, hey, so-and-so referred me. I got a couple of those that constantly refer me clients. In my mind, I keep a record of how much hustle they've given to me. So, and if they're at $600, $800, I'll do it for that. But if I tattooed a infinity I tattooed a rose on them back when I first started with coils, and I charged them $200, and now they come in, they're gonna get the premium price because they weren't there in this hustle. They just left, and then I just started doing my thing. I started putting in the time. So when they come in, they're gonna know the price, and if they want to continue the relationship, then they're gonna pay the full price. On the other hand, let's say that person always got tattoos from me every year. Hey man, I'm gonna support you. I want to get another tattoo, or my girlfriend, or my sister, or my cousin. They're constantly in my head that they're always back me up. I'm solid with them. Hey, whatever you want, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because they're there backing me up in the journey.
In the beginning, everybody's there because it's cheap. It's true.
Yeah, that's true.
5 years from now, when you raise your rates up, not a lot of people show up.
The clients you guys are gonna get now are not the clients you're gonna get 5 years from now. It's just few are gonna stay with you. And
Yeah. I mean, for me, like,
do you have one for more than 10 years?
Yeah.
You do?
and I charged her my rate, but I gave her a discount. You know what I mean? when she first came in, I charged her my normal rate, and then she had to hit me up in like 10 years. So I charged the normal rate. She came in, she did it, and then she wanted to come back again. So the next time, that's when I was like, all right, she's speaking more decades, so I gave her more of a discount, you know. Because again, it's 10 years. Like a lot of shit happens in 10 years.
Yeah. And 10 years is a long time.
Yeah.
That's
And,
a long ass time, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you're grinding and they're doing their thing. I'm not saying they don't support you. They might do, but they're not actually investing in you anymore.
Yeah.
Believing in, like, let's say when you need a full day spot, they could have been like, man, I know somebody that can fill it in. Okay, props. I'm going to put you on I'm a hookup list, you know?
Yeah, I had to do it every month. So I just expected him to come in, like, no matter what. I just knew I was going to see him whenever the time came.
Yeah, see? And 10 years, you're still grinding. You're still, the quality changes in 3 years, let alone 10 years. You know what I'm saying? It's whole. Yeah. So what, you're going to charge with the rate what we discussed? I'm pretty sure that person 10 years ago was not making the money they're making now.
Well, I mean, yeah. It was like they got a raise, so I get a raise, you know? Yeah. But then you have other people that come like fucking continuously throughout the years, like
That's
TJ.
my point.
A TJ.
Like a TJ, yeah. Shout
TJ
out to
fucking
TJ.
comes.
Hope we watch this, bro.
Need
to train my kid how to play basketball, man. Coach him, I mean. Train.
He came in as a walk-in, and then he just loved the environment. He loved everything about it being here, and so he started coming like every other month. And he started coming every month, and then he started coming every other week, and then now we're back to every other month, you know. But he's been doing that for the past 4 years.
He got iconic tattoo on him, right?
Yeah, and he got iconic tattooed on him.
Did he?
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah. So
when are you gonna get iconic on you? Let's do it today.
when we hit 5,000 followers,
subscribers.
yeah.
Oh yeah, guys, please subscribe. If you guys want to get more of this information, and drop some comments. If you guys like these topics, also just drop some comments and let us know what you guys think. Is it awkward for an artist to come up to you and say, "Yo, can I see your tattoo?" Has it happened to you? Let us know. Give us a little.
If you don't know he's an artist, though.
Yeah.
Right. If you don't know exactly, or just anybody coming up to you, I think, like again, I go back to this. I think we get tattoos so that we can show them, or you guys get tattoos so you guys can show them. Correct?
I get tattoos because I dig it.
Yeah.
Like, I dig what I'm gonna get.
Sentimental.
I don't really.
It's natural to show them. Do you buy a chain?
But I don't feel like that's
Not
the
to show it?
necessary.
Sometimes it depends where.
Do you think when you get tattooed,
you know?
is that your first thing? Like, oh, I'm gonna show this off.
I think the only time I've ever thought that was the one that you did right here.
Yeah.
So when I wear like a collar shirt, you kind of see it. That's probably the only time. So yeah, it does. You do think, well, at least I do.
I mean, I think we don't say it like that, but I think we know that they're gonna be seen.
Well, yeah. I mean, I have to show my legs. I just feel like
So
because
you
people
want good work on there.
Well, because people are just like, oh, you don't have any tattoos? Because I don't have my arms tatted. And then when I'm at work, that's why. But I kind of cover them, too, because I kind of want new ones on the front of my legs. So I don't actually find myself showing them too much out in public.
You feel out of balance that you have
do it at
tattoos
work.
in the back and not
Are
the
you
front?
gonna do your whole leg?
I want to, yeah. I want to cover up the ones on the front. I'm trying
to wear a Speedo in 2 years. Show off these legs.
Nah, bro. Nobody wants
I
to
gotta
see
show
that.
off that
Nobody
tattoo,
wants to
bro.
see that.
I
Yeah.
want to show off that tattoo.
I'm trying to do the whole.
I got my
up
trainer
close.
over there
Ain't
eating.
nothing nice.
She's the one telling me I could do it. She believes in me. Contact Shirley for all your training needs.
When is Ricky Tag gonna get a tattoo?
Never, bro. Fuck that.
Not even by the Prodigy.
By who?
Ariel?
James?
Ariel.
Ariel.
Oh, by Ariel? I don't know.
What if
right
Ariel
now,
wants
I don't want
tattoos?
any. In
What if-
10 years,
What
I
if they
might
get
want some.
blasted? Would you let your kids get tattoos?
I have no problem with them getting tattoos. I really don't. If they want them, I hope they get some good ones. And you know what I'm saying?
I hope it's
like
like
I
me.
hope it's not like fucking patchwork or whatever. If they do want patchwork, but good patchwork. But at the end of the day, I can't control their life.
What if they don't want you to do them?
I have no problem with that.
They're gonna get a sick line with
So
a
what?
crown.
They're gonna get a what?
Sick line with a crown.
There you go. Or a San Judas. No, I don't know. At this time, at this moment, I cannot speak for the past. Well, I can't speak for the past and the present. But for the future, I don't know if I want tattoos. If I'll get them, maybe I will. But for right now, I haven't gotten them. And to this day, I still don't want them. But who knows? later something happens. Maybe I want one, or maybe I need one to cope with something. You guys got to see how we think today, how we approach when we see tattoos. We all think differently. We all approach it differently. Tattoos is always a topic, and today I think we got a little insight on how everybody thinks. So thank you for watching.